If you've been dealing with stiffness and pain, and which you think is caused by poor posture, well, then the assessments and the exercises in this video are going to help you to pinpoint what's going on and help to start relieving some of that pain. Our resident physical therapist, Jarlo Alano, is going to explain the lie of perfect posture and what you should be focusing on instead.
It used to be thought, if you had perfect posture with these really specific alignments, sit up tall, don't slouch over, stand up straight, and everything would be fine. That'd be great, but unfortunately it's not true. Research after research and studies show there's no correlation with that. And that's because the body adapts. If you've been that way for quite a while, and that's how you hold yourself, how you carry yourself, that really hasn't changed, then it's probably any pain or soreness or things that you're experiencing right now probably aren't related to that. What's really happening is that your body is less tolerant of these positions. There's extension intolerance, standing up tall, bending backwards. Maybe you're not used to standing a lot and then all of a sudden you're going out, you're up on your feet and you're like, oh, my back's sore. Here's a quick and fundamental way to show how well you tolerate being in extension, full body extension. So this usually correlates well with how you handle standing and walking for a long time, basically when you're upright. So you stand up tall, lift your chest up, raise your arms up as high as you can, lift everything up, and even try bending backward a bit. So you rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, oh man, this is so hard, how can people do this? To 10 being, oh, it's so easy, I can do this all day. Flexion is when you are sitting, bending forward, slumped, being in a car, and you're in all of these positions where you're just kind of slumped, you gotta drive, and so you can't tolerate that. Here now is a quick test to see how well you tolerate being in flexion. Your legs are in front, and once you just lean forward, reach as much as you can. Don't worry about keeping your back straight or your legs straight. Just see how you feel. You rate this in terms of ease on the scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, I'm on my back, everything feels so tight and does not feel good at all. To 10 being, oh, this is great. I like being in this position. I can do it all day. Whether you are intolerant of extension or flexion, we're going to talk about some tips to improve that. Here we have JJ demonstrating the kneeling lunge stretch. And the important cues here to think about are keeping your chest up tall, keeping your good posture, tuck your tailbone underneath, meaning roll your hips underneath you so you can get in that proper pelvic positioning, and have your foot out in front far enough so that when you bend your knee and you lunge forward that you feel comfortable and you'll be able to get into the stretch. You see JJ's keeping a tall posture, moving forward by keeping that tall posture and keeping upright. Remember, this is for extensions, keeping your body nice and tall. Here we have JJ demonstrating a cobra. So obviously you're looking at extending your back, bending backwards. The important parts here are lifting with your chest, scooping it forward and up. You can also look upwards, but make sure that you're not crunching your neck and you're thinking about lengthening as you lift up and go backwards. Up next, we have the crab locomotion. And here you're sitting with your legs out in front, knees bent, and your hands are behind you. You're gonna push through your hands, lift your chest up, lift your butt up off the ground, and you are gonna traverse forward and back. When you do that, again, think upright, tall, getting your body open, lifting your chest up, and keeping your hips forward as you go back and forth. Here we have Eduardo showing a hamstring stretch, and it's great if you can have a chair next to you or other support because you're going to hinge forward at your hips, meaning keep your back flat, lift your chest, and move forward over your extended leg. You can have your knee a little bit bent, but mostly think, I'm gonna fold over and bring your chest towards your shin. So with a supported squat, you have a chair in front or a sturdy table. And the main things here are keeping your knees apart. You can have your toes spread out a bit and go ahead and let your tailbone tuck under. Keep your chest up, but you can also round out your lower back and just think about folding over, keeping your chest close to your knees. Here Eduardo is showing the bear locomotion. The important parts here are keeping your hips up to the ceiling. So you're going to lift your hips up even as you are moving forward and back, pushing through your hands so that you are shrugging up into the floor and coming up on your toes, and thinking about lengthening from the heels all the way to the hips, and then lengthening from your hips all the way to the tips of your fingers.